Well, good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. I thought I'd do a little recap of the last 2 days' hunt. We had our first snowfall here on Monday, and I think it was the 3rd or the 2nd of December. And then, which normally doesn't happen, sometimes we don't get an opportunity to run bobcats until later in the month, into December. But no, we did have a nice snow on Monday. It came late during the night and early into the morning, so we started out Tuesday looking for a bobcat track. And I had my young female, Angie, and the pup that I recently received from Danny Luke, who we call Jazz, with us, along with Piper and Ringo. We found a nice track about 7:30 in the morning, and when we put the dogs on it, they came out on another road about an hour and 20 minutes later in a deer trail. No cat track. Obviously what had happened is the track was obliterated by the deer, and the dogs didn't know where to go from there, and neither did we. So we called it good and packed it in for another day, which was today. We noticed that the cat had been going into a large piece of woods, and we went to that piece of woods and tried to find where he might have come out. And about 2 miles later, we did. We saw him going back towards his home range. So we put the dogs on there. I left Piper home, and we took Ranger with us this time. And Ranger, Ringo, one of the fancy pups, and we had Jazz and little Angie. The four of them took the track down a stream, which was a little bit precarious because these streams aren't frozen solid yet. But they went along the stream for a ways, and they were working the coal trail, and then they got near water, and Ringo took the track up the stream by himself, and what had happened is the rest of the gang in tow caught up with them, and they run the cat for about 9.5 to 10 miles. He went through about 4 miles of bog, up the side of a mountain, back down the other side, crossed the stream again, and eventually ended up in that same country that he had left on Monday. But this time the dogs had got him in a circle, and when they did, they lost the cat. So we had about a 20-minute loss in that circle before Ranger picked up the track, and the other three joined the party, and about 500 yards later, they caught him up. And that's what happened to us on the second day. I was especially pleased with little Jazz because she had never been on a hunt before of any kind. She wasn't running rabbits all summer like some of the dogs that we have. We didn't get her started on any other game. I think I had her on a coon that I hung up in a tree once, and she barked, and that was about what I had from her. But the good news was, up there at Danny Luke residence, he had her running in the wild for her entire life. So she was in shape, and she was familiar with the woods, quite woods-wise, in fact. So she kept up with the dog. She made the bay. She made the whole race. I was extremely happy with that. And we dispatched the cat on the ground in a bag. Ranger and Ringo caught a little bit of the bad part of it. They got scratched up a little bit, but nothing very serious. And it was a great day in the Maine woods. And we thank the Lord for the good conditions that we had so early on, because normally that would never happen. We want to thank you. Hope you'll enjoy the video, and hope there's more to come now that we got some early snow. There probably will be. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget to click on the bell and like our little video. Thank you. Well, it's December 5th, and the good Lord blessed us with some good snow. We've got about 8 inches of powder, and Rick and I are out here scouring the countryside. And the good news is we found a nice tom. It was made early during the night. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to check the surrounding area and make sure that he didn't come out someplace and we might find him fresher. But right now we got a place to start, and it's only 7:27 in the morning. So boys and girls, stay tuned for a fun day with North Country Rick and Sam. We're going to have some fun today. Making a positive ID here. And we did. What's that, Rick?
I said, I've got a positive ID.
Okay. I'm going to start collaring them up. Yeah. Well, I'm going to turn around right here. We got Piper and Angie and little Jazz and Ringo on the cat. The cat is jumped, and he started hooking back to the road that we started on. So Rick's walking the other way, and what I'll do is I'll go up here and turn around, catch back up with them, and then we'll see if we need to walk in, if it's going to bait up or what. It looks to me like they got it caught, but I'm not 100% sure. They're about 500 yards away from the road. But it's Jazz's first cat, first anything that I know about. So she didn't want to hark to the beagles, but now she went immediately to those big dogs. That's not surprising to me. It happens on a regular basis. All she wanted was something her size to run with, and now she's got it. So I'll keep you posted. Bye now. They're coming this way hard. They're circling in there now. Hopefully in a little bit here we'll be able to see them. Kemosame's got his blunderbuster out there ready to pop him. I got my camera. I'll try to shoot him with the camera. What do you think, Rick?
I think they're circling right there.
Yeah.
They got him up.
Huh?
He's moving.
Oh, they got him jumped. No question about that. So yesterday's run concluded with the dogs losing the cat in a bunch of deer tracks. And we were running out of time, so we called it good. Today we came back and found him where he had looped out of one piece of country into another, and now he's on his way back to where we started yesterday. Okay, well, the race is continuing on here. Dogs took that track a long ways. Ringo took it out of the quagmire. They were in the water there in the brook. Everything's good. We got Ringo, Ranger, and the two puppies. So we're pretty excited about that. We got a beautiful morning here. It's about 8:45, 8:43. Sun's up now. It's still only about 7 degrees, but they are smoking. And if you take a look right there, we're showing treed, and that could be the case, and it might not be. We hope it's not. It's 1.4 miles. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted in just a little bit. So it's the same cat, different day, and one different dog. I left Piper home, and we brought Ranger. Now the little puppy, Jazz, is doing an outstanding job, and so is Ringo, who's worked it out of the quagmire, and they've made a big couple-mile loop here and headed back into that country we started at yesterday. That's where we're going now, so I'll keep you posted. It's all ready to shoot. It's all ready to shoot. Be careful, Rick. Ranger. Be careful, Rick. Good boy. Good girl. Good girls. Good boy. Good girls. Good girl, Jazz. Good girl. Where is he? Oh, good girl, Jazz. Good girl, Jazz. That's your first kitty cat? Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good boy, Ringo. Good boy. Good girl, Angie. Good boy, Ranger. Good boy. Good girl, Jazz. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Ringo. Well, there's number one. It didn't come easy. Didn't come easy at all. It come with a price to pay. Ranger got it on the leg. We got Jazz on her first cat today. We got Jazz on her first cat, and Ringo got bit in the ass. All is well. Everybody's here. We're not that far from the truck right now, so things worked out. Anything you want to add, Rick?
No. Hell of a job.
All right, they started this cat at about 8 o'clock this morning, and it's around 11:30 now, something like that. So they went all day with this thing. They went a long ways before they bait him up. This is the second time they bait him up, and they did a hell of a job. Very proud of all the dogs, especially Ringo, Ranger, Angie, and little Jazz. Good girl, Jazz. The end of a great day. Ranger, Jazz, Ringo, and Angie. We've been on this cat for 2 days. This was the last of it right here. We found him in the area where we left him yesterday after things got messed up in the deer yard. And now we're on our way back to the truck with the kitty. Things were good. They did an awful nice job. Pup stayed on that cat for somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 hours. I'll tell you a little more about that when I get home, but they had him circling real tight and he busted. And Ranger and the gang took him another 400 or 500 yards and put an end to him right there. All right, so we'll see you guys at the barn. You can stop for coffee or maybe something a little more serious and head home. There's Jazz with her first cat. Pretty proud of it. She did a nice job. She stayed with those dogs for hours and did a nice job on the bay. Couldn't be happier. Great start for her. That's 3 cat runs she's had in 2 days, so you can't fault that. And she stayed right up to the end on every one of them. Well, thanks again, Danny Luke, for Jazz. We hope this is the first of many for her.
Thank you for watching, and remember, subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos. You can also find daily clips on Sam's new IG account at Sam Natoli. I will add the IG link in the description below.